Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube. I am currently recovering from, I don't even know what. It's just like a cough, sore throat kind of thing, but it does make me sound like trash. I do sound a lot better than I did yesterday and the day before. Wednesday I had like no voice at all. Well, I'm using days, but the thing is, like, I'm pre-recording this, quite a few days in advance. So, anyways, this house is called Loner's Loft. It is a 1-bed, 1-bath house with two garage doors. But they're the custom content free tile wide garage doors, so you guys will unfortunately have to find those if you want them. I have tried looking for them before and I don't know what it is, but I have the worst time finding them. Oh my goodness. I'm doing glow. Anyway, so this house is built for Generation 5 of my Feig challenge. This is going to be our heir's house. It's not a starter home, but it's going to be the house that he first moves into. The thing is, I don't think this fits the world we're moving into at all. Sometimes I build to fit the world, sometimes I build to fit the sim, and in this case I ended up building to fit the sim. It is a kind of modern, contemporary styled home. I don't really like how it turned out. I was really liking it at first until I started started to do the roof. And then as soon as I did the roof, and then as soon as I added the stone, I'm like, I don't like it anymore. And that's just kind of how it is. I really struggled with the kitchen on this house. The layout is kind of weird. I could not get it to work. I could not get the kitchen to work if I kept a door from the main area of the house into the bedroom, but there are sliding glass doors for this balcony area, and so you have if you end up downloading this house, your Sims have to go out through the across the balcony in order to get into the bedroom and the bathroom, because the bathroom door is through the bedroom, but the bedroom does not connect to the main living area. I didn't want to do it that way, but I'm like, who cares? So yeah, I struggled so much with this freaking roof. So I ended up doing this thing. I still don't like it very much. But I have some exciting news. So I haven't talked about Hudson in a while. I don't really talk about him much in my Let's Play videos, but I tend to take the opportunity to kind of speak about him while I'm doing speed builds, and I would like to announce that we have I have adopted him. He's my boy now. I never thought that my first official dog that is actually mine, he's in my name, I never thought that my first technical dog would be a big boy dog, because all my other dogs are small girl dogs. But yeah, I had a really rough week with him, actually. The week of Valentine's Day, so the 13th was that Monday. That was a really rough week, and it was actually to the point even thinking back on it now, I still feel really guilty for even thinking this. But it was never a thing of, oh my gosh, I give up on him. I was like, I'm not giving up on him. But I was so frustrated that I was like, I don't want anything to do with this dog right now. And he was refusing to take his meds in the morning. He's on anxiety medication, and he was refusing to take his meds in the morning, which resulted in him being he actually was being very destructive in his kennel. He's bent a lot of the bars of the kennel and has bent the door, so now he can get the bottom of the door unlatched. And he actually broke out of the kennel on Valentine's Day, and I am currently observing in a classroom, and he ate all of the Valentine's Day cookies that I had for the class I've been in. And so it was just kind of like one thing after another. That Thursday, I took him, my mom's a teacher, she's a 3rd grade teacher, and her kids have been like working towards a goal, and their goal was for me to bring in Hudson, and one of the corgis, and he didn't take his meds that morning. He refused, and I had run out of meds, so it wasn't like I could just try it with like more pills. So he was off his meds that morning. It was raining, so if he's in the car, no matter the weather, or the temperature, I should say, the windows are shut. No matter the temperature, the windows are open if he's in the car, because I have these really small, like, triangular back windows, and they're just the perfect size for him to put his head out, and he loves having his head out the window. If the windows are up, he's restless. However, it was raining, and if I have the windows down while it's raining, because of like the slope of my car's roof, the rain will actually run into the car, like drip off the roof and into the car. And so I had all the windows closed, and he was just very restless, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go through Starbucks, and I'm going to get pup cups for the dogs, even though I was kind of like, he doesn't really deserve one, like he hasn't really earned it this morning, but I'm gonna get pup cups for the dogs, bring my mom something to drink, get myself something to drink. We get to the school. Thankfully it has stopped raining by the time we get there, so the dogs aren't going in soaking wet, and normally he's really good about staying in the back seat until I can like get around the car to get him out. Not that day. He was up in the front seat and going back and forth between the seats, ended up knocking both of the drinks over. I was able to salvage my mom's. Mine I was not. And then I had to go into the school and leave it to sit for an hour, and it was just, I was so over it. But this week it's actually been really good. I officially adopted him on this past Tuesday, which was, I don't know, the 21st. So his birthday was the 7th. He turned 3 on February 7th. February 14th was probably one of the worst days that he's had, and then the 21st he was adopted. So he is officially mine. He's not going anywhere. He actually had his first grooming appointment today. I was really anxious about it, but he did really well. I was afraid he was going to freak out, because my very first interaction with this dog actually was, he was originally my Christmas foster, like this year, but then he also was my Christmas foster last year. And the day that I took him home, I had gone into the shelter to give all of the dogs baths before they went home with their Christmas fosters so they wouldn't stink. And he was the last dog I had to do. And I went to put him in the tub, and he lost his mind. Like, he was not having it. He just panicked. And it had gotten to the point that, like, after that, anytime he needed a bath, the shelter had to hose him off outside in the play yard. And so that was my fear, was that it was going to come time for him to get a bath today, and he was going to, like, freak out. But he did really well, I guess, and he did not like the blow dryer. He got, like, halfway dried, and then they couldn't dry him off anymore, so then he had to air dry. And he did not like having his nails Dremeled, which is like when they use that like little like tool to like soften, like to sand away at their nails rather than just clip them. But he seems to have done really well, so I'll take it. My parents were joking. They're like, we're too young to be grandparents. So my mom is like, I don't want to be called Grammy. But she's like, I can go by Mimi. I'm okay with Mimi. And my dad just starts listing off, like, all these kind of, different grandpa names. Like, it's not grandpa or papa or something like that. He's like, Peepaw and Popo and stuff like that. And Peepaw stuck. And now my mom was like, I wasn't serious. However, I have fully latched on to the idea of having Hudson, like, pretend to address my parents as Mimi and Peepaw. Like, I'll tell him, you want to go see Mimi? Or do you want to go see Peepaw? I was actually working when Hudson was ready to be picked up from the groomers, and my dad texted me. He's like, I'll get him, don't worry. And I'm like, okay, just let me know how it is, and, like, I'll pay you back. He's like, oh, no, this is what it's like to spoil the grandkids. And, like, my dad has fully bought into it. However, it looks like we have reached the screenshots, so feel free to download the house if you'd like. I'm not the biggest fan of it personally. The kitchen is so small, I'm not even sure how functional this house is. I did not have time to play test it. I probably should go play test it. However, I rarely play test my houses, which is not a good thing. But anyways, we're almost done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.